So, alright, this looks good enough. I am not trying to delay this video at all. I'm tired and I really want to get it done. And I am pushing it as far as getting my 6 things done. So that's where we are today, right now. It's Monday though. We're supposed to talk about motivation. No, not today. But I do want to talk about some intentions. I do have a few announcements, and yeah, let's do this whole thing. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Aradia Noire. I'm your resident witch and creatrix over to Radius Hand and Tenaeus Divine, where I create myth, magic, and meaning for your everyday life through art, intuition, and energy work. So, on Mondays, I like to do a little thing called Monday Motivation. Now, usually when you see Monday Motivation, you know, you're seeing posts about being motivated, how to get motivated, blah, 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 blah. The way I like to do mine is I like to share whether I'm motivated, what is motivating me, but also address all the times that I'm not. Because the reality is, because of depression and anxiety and other things, it's really hard for me to be motivated often. And usually mine is a chicken egg problem. So to get motivated, I need to get something accomplished. But I have to have the energy and the motivation to get something accomplished so that I can have the motivation. It's very difficult. I have not found a way around this, so much as just kind of being bullheaded about it, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. And I don't prescribe to the necessity that you always need to push and make things happen, because that's not sustainable, that's not realistic, and that's actually not a good way to exist. And so I do not want to encourage anybody to go beyond their means on a regular basis. Sometimes it's what you need to do, but there are lots of times where it's not. So, use your discretion. And, you know, if you get a really bad, nasty fallout from doing it, maybe you don't do it again. So, there we go. All right. Like I said in the last video, I'm trying to improve these videos. Some of that is going to be lighting, time of day, background. But there's also the whole shtick of, I don't edit my videos. It's kind of a thing. I'm trying not to kick the tripod. Oh my god. Cross-legged when the tripod is too close to the fucking chair. Good job, me! Anyway. Shit. It's gone. I haven't been losing thoughts as much lately, but I think I've been having less thoughts, so there's nothing to lose. I think so. Whatever. I don't know. It may come back, it may not. It's anybody's fucking guess. But, yeah, no, it's really gone. Damn. I'm not gonna watch this, and splice it together either. Wait. Bell ringing. Editing. Yeah, I don't edit videos over here. I have no intention of doing so. If I do anything that constitutes an edit, it would be adding end screens. And I don't know. I haven't decided whether I want to do that or not. On tutorials and stuff like that makes sense. On videos like this, where I put out a new one of these practically every week, I would have to link to an old video, or I would have to go and link to a video that's coming out after the fact. No. So, I don't know that end screens are going to happen. I've been doing a little research lately, because the reality is I know that lighting behind you isn't great. It's better for the light to come this way, so behind or to the side of the camera. It also needs to be indirect or filtered light, is best. You know, you don't want weird sounds and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. The sound I've got down, pretty much. First of all, video gets done in the house. Second of all, I do it once it's just me, so that I'm able to actually keep it relatively quiet, except for that beast over there with the 4 legs. She is noisy sometimes. especially if like she sees a lizard, or if, you know, some innocent hapless human just like fucking walks by, she's gotta yell about it for some fucking reason. I don't know. Get a dog, they said. It'd be great. No, I wanted the dog. I did. She's something else. Anyway, you know. So I like to be real here. That's kind of my whole purpose, is for you to understand that a lot of times when you see somebody get done, you have no fucking clue what it takes for them to get it done. You have no idea how many false starts somebody had. You have no idea how much they had to push themselves, or how taxed they were after doing it. You have no idea what workarounds people had to do, you know, how much help they had to get. And so it's really easy to judge the end product when you don't have any context for it. And part of my purpose here is to humanize artists and mystics and people. Like, we're people, we make mistakes, we get tired. You know, sometimes we change our minds. Like, shit happens. It's just the reality of it. So, the other thing is my hair's going to be changing quite drastically. Right now, we've still got like half a head of hair, basically. This is a good hair day though. Like, I can't stop touching it. It's a really bad habit. It's kind of soft, and we got some good curls going up. And what is this nonsense? Like, weird fucking hedgehog side of my head. Anyway. And eventually, like, I might even, like, put makeup on. That sounds... got a little too far there. So, yeah. I warned you yesterday that I probably wasn't going to feel motivated. I got some bad news at the last fucking minute last night. Turns out, false alarm, not something I had to worry about. However, something else came up. I have been stressing out about some deadlines and some things that I had to get done. And it's one of those, I did what I was supposed to do. Now I'm waiting for this person to do what they're supposed to do. And they haven't done it yet. And so I'm just sitting here waiting. And waiting and waiting. And trying not to chomp at the bit and go into a rage. I have anger problems, by the way. That's the thing. I just try really hard not to get angry. That's my way of dealing with it. Just try really hard not to get angry. And if you do get angry, stay away from people. Don't talk to them. And usually I don't. Usually. Every now and then, my levels of fuck it get real high, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna demolish everything and everyone around me, because I'm a volcano and I don't care. Mount Vesuvius! Fucking Pompeii. Was it Herculaneum, I think? Yeah. Pompeii was this place. I think it was Mount Vesuvius was the actual, the volcano. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to look that shit up after we're done here. Okay. So, anyway, now when I was writing this draft earlier today, because I try to write my drafts about midday, right after I do some lunch break and chores, which did none of that today. I had not gotten word back, and I was still in the boat. That problem has now been addressed. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't have anything to do any further. I clarified a detail, and then I said, okay, now what? Which actually, by the way, was my question to begin with, and it still technically hasn't been answered because extra information was given to me. But it's like, okay, well, like, we already discussed that. Now what? Like, I know this. Now what? It's really awesome when people don't answer your fucking questions. My best friend and I, we talk about that a lot. She has a problem where people answer every other thing other than what she asked. I don't understand it. It's really fucking weird. I think it's though because people are finishing the sentence in their head versus actually listening. And that's part of what's going on. So just not fucking listening. Anyway, yeah, so I'm still not feeling, despite all that, I'm still not feeling motivated. I'm actually really tired. I had to force myself to show up today, because I told myself that I would, And so here I am. That's pretty much it. Yeah. And sometimes that's what it looks like. It's just, I said I would do it. I try not to get myself into obligations I don't like, or I hate, rather. But that also doesn't always fucking work. So there's that. Yeah. So what I'm working on this week. I have projects. I always have projects. I'm supposed to have put up a project poll yesterday. I didn't. It's not looking good for today either. I've got one more. After this video is done, I have one more thing, and it's the project time for tonight. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm not feeling it. Which really is unfortunate because I need to get this thing done, and I got mad at it. I made a mistake. I completely destroyed something. It's that fucking anger again. And as a result, I had to backtrack. Like, I was going to be 3/4 of the way done, and now I'm half done instead. So I think I'm still mad enough at the project that I don't want to fucking look at it. And because it's half done, I have half to do. And this is one of my harebrained projects. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. It wasn't a great idea. It was actually a terrible idea. The execution is just not working out for me. And if I had thought about it before I started, I would have realized that I don't like to do that. I like to just say, hey, sure, this looks cool, let's do this. Not a good idea. Funny enough, though, I don't do that anywhere else. I usually think things to death. So the fact that I was just like, yeah, this'll work, and I didn't actually think about it, that was my fatal error. So I don't know that the project time's going to get done today, unless I decide to work on something else. And the other thing is actually something really close to like this, so that's not going to work. And, you know, I don't even know what else I'm working on. I think it's all personal stuff. I'm trying to do personal stuff on the weekends. This is kind of a personal thing. So, yeah, do I have any work projects going on right now? You know, I don't think that I do. Bag, socks, shawl. There's one more thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Anyway, that's 4 out of 5. I think the thing I'm arguing with might be number 5. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. This is one of those things. So, by the way, I have ADHD. So, and I'm not medicated. Not for that. I just wing it. I've actually adapted to being able to function with it, and I just function in a very specific way, which is also a problem because it means I can only function this one way. Because if I try to function another way, then all of the things that I'm circumventing, all the problems, issues, hiccups, whatever, they are there then because they're not being circumvented. And yeah, so this is a fucking mess. That's what's going on today. Yeah, no, I'm not doing project time today. Fuck it. I'm done. I am so done. I'm so done. Anyway, I'm trying to stay on task. Clearly not doing a very good job today. Actually, I was really tired, and then I somehow got into a conversation that I didn't expect to be in, which was fine. I participated in the conversation, so it wasn't a big deal. However, that divided my attention a little bit, and then I was taking notes, and which means I was stopping and starting, and so it's been a lot. And yeah. So, staying on task is really the big focus, which means when it's time to work, we're working. When it's not time to work, you're done working. And most of that is because I have a tendency to want to just continue working. Like, the old me, or the slightly dated version of me, would be like, well, you're evening is free now, so you should just keep working. The slightly upgraded version of me is like, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that you should stop and you should quit while you're ahead, if that's what we want to fucking call this, and chill. Just because you're having a day, so it's a good idea that you just relax. So I'm going to listen to the voice of reason, if that's what we want to call that, and chill. But I'm really bad about doing it on the weekends. I'm really bad about shucking other responsibilities. Like, okay, well, I've got to do this and I've got to do this. Which one's more important to me? Work is almost always more important to me. So I got to do the dishes. I got to do work. Work's gonna come before the dishes are. So, fun fact: I think almost all my dishes are done. Super awesome. Yay! So there's that. I did something this weekend. I felt all about Lore Olympus is what I did this weekend, because episode 110 was like, oh my god, I'd already seen it like 3 weeks ago, but I was still because it's great. It's great. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just, look it up and read the cartoon. It's great. It's fantastic. Anyway, most of the setting good work boundaries though, it's not just setting work boundaries as far as only working during work time, so much as also going through my damn it, it's gone. That's cool. That is super awesome. I think I got it. No, I think we ensnared it. Okay. Transition rituals. So these things, right? Opening, closing. And basically that is acknowledging the liminal spaces between one state of mind, being, whatever, and the next. There's this space right here, right? Where it's nebulous and things kind of overlap and it's kind of everything and nothing. And the reality is that's a closer approximation of what it's like to switch from one to the other, versus it's like a light switch, right? You have to recenter, refocus your attention. You have to get in the right headspace. You need to physically get in the right place. You may need to actually gather things. You may need to, get your mind focused in a specific way. And when we try to just force it by just doing it cold turkey and doing it without preamble and without easing into it, sometimes it becomes a struggle and difficult. And it's also, if you think about it, this is a form of ritual. Okay, so when you get ready, there's certain things that you do when you get ready to go to work, right? You may shower, you may brush your teeth, you may use certain products or use like a certain perfume or cologne. You may dress in certain colors, you may wear a uniform, whatever. But there's lots of steps to you getting ready. That's all part of the ritual. And all of those little acts, all of those things, what they serve to do is to get you in the right headspace for you to be ready to go from not at work to work. And it goes to say with anything. When you're making like a major shift, or you're crossing like a distinct boundary like that, having a transitional ritual just makes it easier. And so I wrote these up, and I'm really bad about doing that because I want to just push the productivity. And the reality is that's just not how bodies work. That's not how minds work. You can't just push all the time. You will burn out. You will run out of energy. You will falter. And the fallout from that will be way, way worse than if you had slowed down and taken some time, right? Because you could be out for weeks and months burning yourself out versus things just taking like another week or two. So there's that. So I'm trying to work on doing those, and then transitioning, minding the boundaries. So when the workday is done, the workday is done. It's time to do other stuff, because the other stuff has to get done too, right? It's also important. That's why it's on the damn list of shit to do, because it's fucking important. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's it. And I find that for me, knowing that it's hard to focus and it's hard to stay on track sometimes, having these really clear delineations makes it easier for my brain to function, because, okay, this is what we're doing now. And when we do this, this happens, which is structure. And for, people who have problems with executive function, for people who have attention span problems, memory problems, ADD, ADHD, even depression and anxiety can do that, because it really taxes your brain. But any whatever it may look like, right? Having a routine lets some part of your brain kind of be on autopilot. Like, that this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. And then eventually it becomes a seamless flow of, oh, okay, we're going to get up and do all these things. And then it becomes this natural act versus something you have to think about. And then it's still doing what it's meant to do, right? By putting you in the right mindset and the right thinking and physical state, whatever, to do whatever the hell you're doing. I feel like that was a giant tangent, but I feel like it was totally worth it. So there's that. There's a little thing on my notes that's called Some Other Tidbits. And sometimes I would write something like this there. And I've decided I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. I don't feel like it. I really don't. Y'all are just lucky that I'm like existing right now, that I'm even here. I don't have a picture either. I don't think this post is going to get promoted. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah, we're going like skeleton crew with this. Yeah, that whole bad news thing I got over the weekend, that really screwed me up. It made it just... I was just ready to just say fuck everything after that. And like, I appreciate the warning, but in the middle of the weekend, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, without any kind of warning, could have done better. I can't ask that though, so because I won't get it, so there's no point. Anyway, I'm not bitter. No, not me. Grumpy though, so grumpy. It's okay. I've been listening to a lot of Hell Yeah today, and I Prevail, and Red, and some Korn, some Godsmack. I haven't gotten to my Disturbed yet, but I did listen to a bunch of Godsmack. I have a lot of it on my computer apparently, so that's a thing. Anyway, I think we're good. We're fucking good. So there's no pictures today. Normally I would take a picture of my planner. I think this is actually a really boring picture, and so I think I'm going to switch out the Monday pictures for when I say there's something for me to work on. That's the picture I'm gonna do. And it'll just be like a picture of like one of the things, right? Whichever is most interesting or compelling, I guess. Right now, I'm not feeling it. I could show you my word transitions, but I don't feel like it really. Also, it's like it's out of date, and so now I have to change it, and I'm not going to right now. Whatever. But this is what I want to know. There's this question. I'm sorry. I'm very Eeyore right now. I'm going to have a really hard time getting this up because I have like a shit ton of homework to do. A bunch of work. I'm taking a class, and it's like several weeks, several months long, somewhere in there. And I just finished one of the calls with all this information on it. And my brain's like kind of melty too. So that, you know what? That's probably not fucking helping, honestly. I've listened to like an hour and a half worth of stuff and took notes. And then had these ideas popping up that I had to like push to the side so I could concentrate on what I was doing and write down what I was supposed to be writing. And then doing a lot of stopping and starting. I hate taking notes like that and having to stop and start stuff. I appreciate being able to take all the notes that I want, but I do not appreciate having to constantly stop and start. Anyway, what are you doing? Right? What are you planning? What's going on with your Monday, with your week? What's got you motivated? Anything got you motivated? Or are you where I am and just like over it? I would love to hear from you. You can head down to the comments below. Let me know where you are with shit. As always, you can find both of my websites below, Aradia's Hand and Danae's Divine, as well as all of my active social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which is where I like to like hang out the most. According to the activity level on my phone, yes. It used to be 15 minutes and it went up to 20. Now it's like an hour. We're going to blame the hashtags that I follow and share and the search function that shows me cool stuff. And then I just scroll. Yeah. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Let's see. I have my planner open so I can actually freaking tell you. Oh, sugar bees. That's not Tuesday. That was Wednesday. That would have been the wrong information, peeps. Ooh, okay. I was not prepared for that, but I know I can do that. That'll be mostly easy. Do I have pictures? I don't know. So tomorrow is not a stash, an art haul. This is an older art haul. This has been basically on my list, I guess you could say forever. It's with the hand is it's with knitting, right? So if you like to knit, you might find this interesting. That's it. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe so that you can catch more videos like this. I appreciate you being a subscriber to my channel. And everybody over on Patreon, you matter a ton. And I forgot to turn off. You know, I don't have anything going on. And then I get a message. And then there's this random ding. And I'm not going to edit that shit out. I'm just going to leave that there. Anyway, yeah. So, gosh, there goes my brain. It reset. It, like, kicked it. Just fell over. Damn it. If you're on YouTube, head over to Patreon. There's a link at the top. Go over there. Become a patron. Or not. It's cool. Whatever. But the more the merrier. If you like videos like this, share this one. If you know anybody who would like it, who wants to listen to me be weird and fucking ramble. Because I say the kookiest fucking shit. And sometimes it's like, it's handy. Smarty pants. Because I'm a smarty pants sometimes. Snort cookie. But, yeah. That's it. That's all I got. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm going to go curl up with sticks. Sticks and my very tasty today green tea. I think I made it perfectly. I think I might get into the brownies. Because that's where I'm at. That is so where I'm at right now. Gosh, man. It's going to be really tough getting this up. Really tough because I have to format all this shit and I don't feel like it. I better go before we hit 30 minutes. This video is supposed to be 15 minutes. It's almost twice that. But that's because I am out of my gourd today and having a day. So, thank you. See you tomorrow. Hopefully in a better mood. That's it. That's all I got. Toodles!